When we talk about custom builders, it usually means it is a relatively small workshop, in which only a few motorcycles are transformed during an entire year. Although this is the general rule, there are exceptions. Very few builders in the world are outside this rule. I don't know how, but there is an European custom builder who did what I never thought possible. A real production line of custom builds. But more impressive than that is the fact that most of their builds look really very good. To be honest, it was very hard for me to select only one motorcycle for today's episode. Therefore, I had to choose a special one. And that is precisely what you are going to see. Welcome to Racer TV. It is extremely rare to find a beautiful BMW from the R series, but with a half fairing like this one. There might be others with a similar approach. However, this one has a much more aggressive stance. But I will explain everything later. This machine was built in Germany by Walzwerk motorcycles. Markus Waltz is the founder of the company, and it is also the maestro behind the team who make people's dreams become a reality. In fact, this is very near to their marketing foundation. I must say, it is very impressive to see the level this custom builder reached. Who would have thought it was possible to create a truly production line of custom motorcycles? Although they are all transformed and rebuilt on an assembly line, each project has its own unique character. In other words, the motorcycle model is the same, but the style and color scheme may vary according to the client's order. Getting back to the presentation of today's machine, here is what makes it so special. Once a year, Walzwerk Motorcycles team builds a special edition. And this year, this is the one. It was baptized as Munzer, and it was inspired by old Grand Prix bikes of the 70s. It is based on a 1989 monolever R100 RS. The big difference is the fact this custom project weighs almost 50 kilograms less than the original BMW. And if you are a purist, then you will love to hear, this engine was also upgraded with some extras. It now has a new balance crankshaft and pistons. The valves sizes were increased. Electronic ignition, and 2 stainless steel exhausts by SC Project. No, they are not aftermarket items, because they are exclusively designed and made for Walzwerk motorcycles. I don't know if you noticed, but these exhausts were equipped with removable dB killers. This means this sound can be more aggressive after you remove them. It is not by accident that these exhausts are used in most Walzwerk builds. Speaking of that, let's make a small tour among a few of their projects. As you see, most of these BMWs are really beautiful. Some of them were built in a different style, which is a good policy to satisfy different clients' taste. But here is the interesting part. All the changes you see on these custom motorcycles don't need any welding work or extreme modifications. These custom parts are prefabricated in-house and can be easily fitted in the existing brackets of the original main frame. And the best part is that you can buy all these parts on Walzwerk's website. You can even pay a service to cut the front forks of your BMW suspension. I have to say, Marcus is a very smart guy. Not only as a businessman, but also for his aesthetic sense. And this can be easily proved on this special project. This design's initial idea was to achieve a fantastic blend of minimalist and retro cafe racer lines. Personally, I think the desired objective was undoubtedly achieved. Notice the small details like the wheels' rims color. It reminds me of cars' wheels from the 30s. The frame's metallic color is also very interesting. According to Marcus, the frame was powder coated in-house with a special new aluminized powder. They needed 3 attempts to get the perfect finish. And what about this half fairing? I am amazed to see how good it fits on this BMW. It is a heavily modified racing fairing from a Yamaha TZ250 GP machine. I recognize it is not easy to fit a half fairing on this BMW without making the general design too heavy or too unproportional. But on this case, it fits like a glove. Not too big, not too small. It works just like a small extension of the fuel tank. And the choice of leaving only the fuel tank in shiny black was a very smart decision, because it brings some balance to the overall design. Not too matte finish, nor too shiny. It is just the right amount. But what you are not expecting to hear is the fact this custom BMW is completely street legal. It is only lacking the rear view mirrors, which were removed for this photoshoot session. Like I said, a very special project, built by a very special builder. Marcus Waltz is probably the European Henry Ford of the custom motorcycles assembly line. And I have to admit, he is doing an exceptionally good job. Thank you for watching Racer TV. And as always, I hope to see you on the next video.